What is up? This is Colonial Puppet, and this is episode 22 of the Let's Build a Stadium series. This is the last of the repetitive, boring hallway episodes, where past two episodes we've been building these hallways, kind of constructing the interior of the stadium, and this is like the last kind of hallway we have set up for ourselves, although this is kind of a doozy. It's like the skybox area. So, without further ado, I'm just going to get started. Starting with the short end of the field because it makes more sense. Yeah, in case you guys, I don't want to start with the more complex part of the field. Let's just start with the smaller, easier to digest part of the field. So, anyway, what I'm doing now is, actually I'm going to try something different this episode. I'm going to do everything in one kind of fell swoop, and yeah, I don't know, instead of, I don't know, like, instead of, normally I cut, after doing one thing. I'm just gonna do a bunch of things and then have one long cut at the end. So like, I'll for instance, I'm building these walls. These are like the walls you've come to know in this Let's Build. The 1, 2, blank, 1, 2. Ta-da! I'm gonna build up to here. Alright. Like so. And also I'm sick. Partly why I haven't been making a video, or I haven't made the follow-up in a while. A sick person. Started with like a sinus infection thing, and then changed to cough. Had a sore throat for a while. It never fails. Every winter, I just like check off the list of sicknesses, and I get them. Spent last Christmas and New Year's indoors in bed with really bad colds, and got the stomach flu, the whole 9 yards. It was fun. But anyway, alright, so as you can see, I filled this in, and then I'm going to do the same thing to this one over here. So I'm going to build this. I'm not going to cut because, I don't know, this is a Let's Build after all. Should be some building, and this isn't the most repetitive thing in the world, so I'm not going to, I don't know, just kind of leave this as a short episode and cut everything out. Although I know a lot of this can get pretty repetitive. This is the least repetitive part. But anyway, actually, do you know what? I'm going to do something completely different. So, have that. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of this wall that I just built, because I just got an idea. I'm going to get rid of it up to here. Up to the what have you, the stairs. I have to have this make sense. So I'm going to break the wall up to here. Alright, so we have that. Not too shabby. And we're going to break this up into the hallway versus the actual room itself, which is like this room right here. So we're going to have that like that. This was already like that from the previous episode that we built this area, and break this down. Alright, and now we're going to build out like we did over there. Still going to keep this up top. Still need that. Alright, like that. Then I'm going to take this concrete, just like that. there. Go all the way in. Excuse me. I'm going to be coughing a little bit. I apologize. I am human. I have bodily functions. And I'm sick, so they're especially gross. I'm going to fill this in, all this in, with light gray concrete. Same with over here. So everywhere where I'm outlining is going to get filled in. Obviously we already filled these in, but this is going to get filled in as well. And this over here, once I outline it, is going to also be filled in. And instead of cutting, like I said, I'm going to wait until I have a couple things to do, and then I'm going to cut to when I'm finished doing that. So I'm going to wait until I have a couple repetitive things lined up, is what I'm trying to say. So starting with this. Alright, pretty cool. And now, what I'm going to do is completely disregard these supports I have. So like, I'm gonna build this wall again. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna make it the striped wall. Actually, never mind. I was gonna break these and put the red stripe through them, as if they weren't there. But I'm just gonna make this whole wall white. So from this corner, alright, so that's cool. So from here, I'm gonna fill in all this with white. I'm gonna leave this open. This is like the portalway from the steps. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that open. The only places that are gonna be open are the places directly in front of the stairwells. So this is gonna get filled. This is not gonna get filled because of the stairways right there. This is gonna get filled, obviously. And I think that's the last one. Yep. Actually, no, there's another one. This is gonna get filled, and then over here is gonna get filled with white. White concrete. Alright. And then over here, this kind of inside wall is going to get filled as well with the red stripe going down. So how we've been doing those striped walls, I guess. So that's going to get filled in like that. This red wall all the way down to here. It's gonna eventually meet up to here, obviously. Like that. I'm trying to illustrate this as best as possible. So all that space in between is gonna get filled in with this red wall, kind of, or red striped white wall. Same with in between the two stairwells. I'm gonna do this. Extend this design all the way down till it meets this. Obviously we're going to leave these open because that's where people need to get out. And then all the way to the end over here. Like so. Extend that all the way down there. So that's going to get filled in. Alright, and that's going to basically make our hallway. I'm going to fill this in with stone slab now. So that's two things we have to do. Three things actually. The blank white wall, fill in the places I said, not these, but in between the whole spiel. Fill this in with light gray concrete. This, that's just the whole top area. And then we're going to build these striped walls in here to the end and then to the other end, leaving these portalways open. Then the last thing I'm going to do before cutting back to when I've done all those things is this. As you've probably guessed, putting in the layer of stone slab. So everywhere where there is going to be this light gray concrete is going to have a layer of stone slab underneath it. So, just to reiterate, the light gray concrete on top, the blank white wall everywhere except for where there's an opening, which is those two right here. Everything else gets the white wall. Striped wall from one end to the other, in between here, obviously excluding the openings, and then the layer of stone slab at the bottom. Alright, I'm back, and as you can see, we made this hallway fun, and now we're going to find the center of the hallway. Obviously, these are the two entrances, so it's going to be here. Let's take our, whatever it's called, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 10, 11, 12. 13, 14. 13, 14. Okay, so it's going to be here. So we can get rid of these. So before I do that, just give myself some see in the dark juice. Like that. Then find the center, just like here, I guess. Fill this in. Just don't need that no more. Alright, so that's the center. And then from there, every 3, we're going to do 2. Like that. Alright. And then I'm just going to do that all the way down. Oops. Alright, so I'm going to do that all the way down. That way, all the way to the end, and then all the way to the end down there, all the way down there, and then after that I'm going to fill it in like that, all the way down to there and all the way down to there. So skip 3 blocks, do the square of this all the way down. Then I'm going to build all of this that we built this episode on the other end of the field, so I will see you when I'm done that. Alright, so now that both of the short ends of the field are built, it's time to start with the long ends. So we're basically going to do the same thing, pretty much going to do the exact same thing I did with the short ends, and just kind of doing everything in one fell swoop, and then cutting to when I'm done with everything. So I'll outline everything that I have to do again, starting with the top being the gray concrete. Boop. Then when I cut back, this whole thing will be done, as well as the second long end of the field. So next time I cut back, everything we did this episode is going to be done, basically. And the episode will be over. And then next episode, I really don't know what we're going to do. I kind of have to do some planning, so expect maybe a little bit of a delay between this episode and the next episode, though I know you guys are used to that by now because of my upload schedule being out of whack. Again, I apologize for that. I know there's nothing more frustrating than trying to follow along with a build and having to wait weeks to finish it, but admittedly, this is a pretty time-consuming build on its own, so hopefully the wait isn't too long. And yeah, so next I'm just going to break all these, and these. Though I know a lot of you don't actually watch this to follow along. You just like watching things get built, which is kind of cool. Yeah. I've mostly been working on the Cyberpunk map. I almost said Cyberpunk. Got a couple buildings built for that. I'm going to be putting out another kind of building showcase for that. Short little video just showing one of the skyscrapers I made. Pretty much I'm going to do that, I think, for most of the skyscrapers I make for the Cyberpunk thing. Then I'll release like a kind of download teaser or something. Don't know. Because that is going to be my next big project. It's going to pretty much eclipse Titan City and everything else. Alright, so out here we're going to be doing the oh wait, oops, built that too soon. 2 blocks high of the white, then the stripe of red, and then back to white to the very top, like that, all the way down, again leaving space here, so boom, this is open, fill in all here with the wall, leave this open, fill in this with the wall, leave that open, fill in this with the wall, leave that open, fill this in, leave that open, fill this, leave that open, and then fill to the end over there. You get the idea. Then same thing here, filling all this in with white. So basically filling in with white here, put this, so like just a plain white wall. Boom, fill this in as well as this one as well. Leave this open. Anywhere where there's a stairwell, leave it open, so this gets filled. However, this does not. This gets filled, this does not, this gets filled, this does not, this gets filled, all with the white, this does not, this gets filled, this does not, and these two get filled. Alright, and then once all of this gray is filled, underneath that, you build the, let me just fill this in a little bit. Once that's filled all the way down, you can put the layer of stone slab under that. So I'm going to do that, and then actually I'll cut back again to show you how I'm going to do the lights, and then when I cut back after that, both ends of the field will be built. So I'll fill in this wall, fill in the, well, in order, fill in the gray, then this stone slab, then this wall all the way down minus where there's openings, then white wall all the way down minus where there's openings in front of the stairwells. So I'll see you when I'm done that. Alright, I'm back, and as you can see, I kind of lied to you before I left off. I said I'd wait to do the lights, but then I realized they're exactly like the lights we did below here. So I just literally copied from that episode, the lights, last episode. Same way, 3 blocks, just mirror it up here. And I went ahead and did the other side as well. One thing that I want to mention is that I'm going to bring these stone slabs all the way to the iron of the stairwell, so I'm just going to do that right now. And then that's pretty much going to be the episode. I'm probably going to start laying out the shape of the building now, the outer shape of it, the exciting part, I guess you can say, because I haven't really been thinking about that. Now it's actually going to start looking like a stadium from the outside, not just the inside. So yeah, when I start the next episode, half of the stadium might already be built. I might just figure out how to build the outside on one of the sides, and then just spend an episode showing you what I did. Because, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be difficult. Although it would be kind of hard to do that, because I might mess up and not be able to mirror it properly. But yeah, basically, so instead of looking like this weird box thing, it's actually going to look like an actual building, which is going to be cool. And not just a mesh of stairwells and tubes and whatnot. And that should be nice. Because after all, this should be like, I don't know, should look like an actual stadium. Not gonna leave it super plain on the outside or anything. Have some interesting ideas. Definitely gonna try and make it not as boxy on the outside. Kind of make it not completely ovaler. I don't know the word. I'm not gonna make it an oval, but it's gonna have like kind of curved sides. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. Sorry it took 2 weeks to put out. Been very busy with work and music and whatnot, but anyway. Oh yeah, we're also gonna split this up into rooms and whatnot, but instead of making this boring, I'm gonna leave that for another episode, and I'm gonna get started on the meaty stuff, which is like the exterior and whatnot. So this is what we have so far. This has been established for a while now, but now we have ways of accessing this via hallways and stairwells and whatnot. So yeah, hope you found this episode enjoyable. Be sure to check out the next episode when it comes out, and the previous episodes if you would like to follow along. One thing I want to add is that I might not keep the glass for the stairwells. Who knows? So I apologize for people who are building this by hand and might have to break away walls and replace them with different materials. I know that can be tedious, and yeah. But anyway, this has been Colonial Puppet. Have a nice day.